All right, you guys are getting the best version of this video. I filmed it like 3 times, but no script, and I was just yapping, right? So now I have like a little like bullet points I'm gonna go over. But anyways, this video is basically just gonna be me going over how I plan on taking the creator I'm currently working with. I plan on taking his business from doing like about like 30 to 40K right now. His best month being an 80K month to 100K per month, like consistently, right? And a little bit about my creator is he's basically like the biggest guy in his market, but his market's super small, and it's mostly people 25-year-old like plus. Like the youngest, like the very youngest, I probably imagine like 23 plus. Right, he's like the biggest guy in his space. It's super small space though, and he's basically selling like products and he's selling info products and like physical products, and he has like a mentorship community, and he has like products, right? Because what he does, like, I'm not trying to like leak my niche or anything, but he kind of sells like the products help with the skill he teaches essentially. But yeah, so the main bottlenecks that he has right now, and what I found out from like just going through his funnel and like hopping on a call with him, is like the biggest one right now is his emails are not converting like at all. He was telling me he has like a 0.8% open rate and like a 1.6% conversion rate, which is like 1% conversion rate is from like the people who are actually like seeing the email, opening it. Is kind of crazy because how little people are actually seeing it. And then second thing is he has no call to actions in his content like at all. The third thing is like he has like segmented offers, right? Because he sells 3 different things, but he tries to sell them all individually instead of like tying them into each other. And that kind of gets into like some of the solutions I'm going to be implementing for him. And he doesn't upsell anything either. Like if they buy one thing, he doesn't try to upsell them anywhere. And then he has no lead capture. He has an incomplete funnel, right? Because he doesn't really have a front end built out, and he doesn't really have like a back end. It's kind of just like either buy or you don't buy or anything like that. And once you buy, it's kind of just like, all right, thanks for your money. And another thing about not having a complete funnel is he can't like sell people into his other products or programs, stuff like that. And third, like this is one of the biggest things is that he currently isn't doing, that I'm like implementing for him at the moment, is he's not tracking any of his data, or like he doesn't have like a CRM in place. Because like some of the apps you use like automatically track your data, like Shopify, stuff like that. Those automatically like track your data for you. And like that's the like when I was asking about his emails, only thing he could tell me was open rate and conversion rate because he was sending emails through Shopify. I was like, oh man, and there's like a lot of potential here. And he also doesn't have any automated workflows. Like each email he sends out like 2 emails per week, and all of them go straight to the promotions tab, and he has to send them out manually too. So it's really, I wouldn't say like a waste of time, because there are people who've bought from it, but it's not a good return on their time, right? So these are basically the solutions that I came up with for all the problems, like the slew of problems I just named, right? So first thing first is for his emails is right now we're currently warming. Right now I got him to buy a new email domain, because right now he's been sending emails out for like a year, and like so his emails like deep in like Gmail, because over 50% of people use Gmail. And if you know how like Gmail works, you like send emails and stuff, there's like the promotions tab, spam tab, all that good stuff. If you're in the promotions tab, it's like if you have the Gmail app on your phone, like if you open up your email and you see the promotions, like you usually just swipe right instantly, like no reading or anything. So him being in there is just like terrible. And so first things first is we got him to buy a new email domain. And right now we're currently warming it up using instantly.ai. And it's probably going to take like 14 days before we can start sending out actual campaigns. But for now, I kind of just have him just sending them out. He's like just doing what he was doing before. And yeah, for emails, that's what we're going to do. We're going to also get some like workflows installed. We're going to start because he has like a products page, we're going to install some webhooks on there so we can actually send them emails based off of that, stuff like that. Hold on, there's like a call pop up there. Anyways, so yeah, that's basically what we're doing for emails. We're warming up the emails, and then from there we're gonna squeeze like his leads list through a verification process. Because I mean the people who opt in, because this kind of goes into like the lead capture solution a little bit. Like the people who opt in, like the way he gets people to opt in is like it's like a one-time pop-up. It's basically a one-time pop-up because it happens once per day. So if they open it that one time and they don't do it, they most likely aren't gonna, and they don't buy anything, they most likely aren't gonna come back to the website like a good like probably like 70% of people aren't gonna go back to the website. So that's just like a lead loss, right? So he has like no lead capture, which we're gonna get into like how we solve that. But that's basically the email thing we're gonna do. Or that's basically how we're gonna solve the email problem, because the reason his open rate conversion rate is so low is because people aren't even seeing the emails essentially, and from there like the format of the emails is off and stuff like that. So we're gonna come through. Well, I'm coming through. I'm gonna rescript. I'm gonna rewrite. I'm just gonna be handling his emails, like all the like direct response marketing stuff like that. And second problem is no call to actions, right? So there's two ways you can handle this problem. Is either number one, you can just start putting call to actions in your content, or another way that's kind of like not being like popularized, but like that's kind of like starting to happen like a little more, and like it seems to work really good, and it doesn't like affect your personal brand at all. Is running retargeting ads, right? Because I have spoke to him about the idea of running ads, like because when I first showed him like what I was planning on doing, like near the bottom of what we're going to do with running ads, right? Because he makes 35 to 40K per month just from like warm traffic, which is really good because his he sells higher and lower ticket products, but like it's good. It's like I'm not trying to like leak everything, but like it's good, right? From just like straight warm audience, especially because of like the market size, right? So that's like really good. But yeah, he has no call to action. So there's kind of two ways you can either take this. The one I'm leaning more towards is running retargeting ads, right? So this way, when people are scrolling on like this on Instagram Reels or just watching YouTube, well, his Instagram audience is bigger than his YouTube audience just because it's easier to get views on Instagram than YouTube. But like his Instagram audience, I mean his YouTube audience is like super warm, so we just funnel those people like straight to the website. And then like for IG, this kind of goes into like building like solution to the funnel a little bit is building an IG funnel so those people can actually convert easier. But anyways, what I was saying about the call to action is running retargeting ads. Like when they scroll on Instagram Reels and they see one of your videos, they're not going to get bombarded with like a hey, do you want to buy this? Like please buy this from me, right? And yeah, like they're gonna interact with your content. The more and more they watch, like they're just gonna be swiping on their friend's story. They'll be like, oh, it's that one guy I like to watch, and there's gonna be that ad of you promoting your product, and then they convert from that. And this way, you can continue to grow like your personal brand from like your reels, posts, and content without like. And then like when it's an ad, it's like oh, it's okay to ask because you literally paid to be in front of them, right? So it's like a give, and then you give, then you take, but you take what you gave. It's like a weird like a relationship dynamic to kind of explain, but like Alex Hormozy's been doing it, and he said like it works really well. So like I definitely want to try it. But like another way you can do call to actions without it being like call to actiony is like just change something about your product and make an announcement about it on your page, right? So like if for in his case, since he sells physical products, just start like putting your brand on it, or like put like a brand on it, or like add like a little logo to the stuff, like logo to it. Now it's like hey, like huge announcement, and just like this is going to be a giant call to action, but it's not going to feel like scummy because you're like telling them about something that's like a celebration, right? But yeah, that's kind of where that's the two ways we can do the call to action. Is either one, retargeting ads, or we can simply just start with the IG funnel, and yeah, just tell those people like, hey, comment a keyword, like the mini chat where it's like comment a keyword, he gets like the little AI stuff or whatever. And then third thing is he has segments of offers, and he's not like cross selling he's like trying to sell everything individually when it should be like an ecosystem, right? Like you know how Apple has like Apple AirPods, Apple MacBooks and I forgot like the names like MacBook Air and stuff like that, AirPods. And it's like those all are compatible and fit to each other. It's like, hey, if I sell you if they sell me an iPhone, they're gonna 100% try to sell me AirPods. But like he's trying to be like, hey, do you want the iPhone? And they're gonna be like, he like sells them the iPhone and be like, hey, do you want the AirPods, without like explaining how they like tie into each other. And that's basically what he's been doing with like the community and his mentorship and his products. And plus I'm pretty sure his mentorships because of his market, I'm pretty sure his mentorship is positioned wrong. So I'm also gonna have to change the positioning of the mentorship, because it teaches people how to do the skill that his community, because his community is like the more in-depth version, where it's like the people who are already like in the door, and then like the info product, like the mentorship, like it's a video course that gets people into the door, and then like once they're already into the door, they go there and they keep on learning, getting more information, and then the product's like a system That's basically how that works. And this is it's kind of similar to like the Daniel Fazio business model. And that's basically what I'm going to be like implementing for him, because he's trying to sell everything individually. Like, hey, do you want the community? Oh, do you want some products too? Like, he's trying to sell everything individually except it being like a pipeline. And this also helps you like increase like your total addressable market, right? Because I remember I was watching a podcast about like Daniel Fazio talking about it. He was like, he creates the people he sells to, right? Because like he has like a course on email, like cold email outreach, right? So if you're getting into the business space, like, okay, how do I sign a client? How do I like work with somebody, right? If you go down like the agency path, it's like, oh, cold email outreach. Like, how do I do cold email outreach? So you go to Daniel Fazio and he gives you the course. And then from there, like, same guy who helped you do cold email outreach, he's like, hey, do you want something to do cold email outreach easier, faster, and better? You're like, of course I do. And you already gave me something of value, so you buy from him. And then it's like, hey, like I have this high ticket thing, or it's like for people who are already like, it's for people who like with client essentially, like, hey, like, do you want to get more clients? Like, even more clients? They're like, of course, man. And it's just like it all just funnels into each other. And that's basically how I'm going to be like using his info products and like products to fucking like into each other and like cross sell. And that's also why having the emails working is so important, so we can like contact your leads. And yeah, it's basically about the segment to like not cross selling, like his segment to offers part. And then he's also not upselling that, like the upsells basically come naturally just down the funnel, like the more expensive it gets. Besides like the community, but yeah, if anyways, I just like thought of something. But third thing is no lead capture, and this kind of just goes into one, adding pop-ups on the website, and two, creating a lead magnet, right? Because like I said, he had a pop-up that only happens like one time on the on his products page, right? And the way we're gonna fix that is we're gonna have it, because he has like a lead magnet. Cause it's like a website, and then like there's different sections of the website, and on his website he has like a page that's essentially just a lead magnet, and it's just like gives people a bunch of free information. So what we're gonna do for that is, like, when they click on one of the links for get access to something, instead of them just getting access to it, we're actually gonna run like a pop up. It's like, hey, if you like give us your email, we'll send it to you, right? Basically how that's gonna work. And then I talked about adding webhooks earlier, because on his most expensive products, they're like higher ticket products. So like people are probably gonna click on them, like look at them, and then like click off, because it's like they're like 3K plus. So having webhooks on them will actually be able to like market to those people through their email, and like, hey, like this product is actually worth it, essentially. Even though like all his products are worth it, like all these products are like, he actually had like a guy like develop them, right? Like they're actually good. But yeah, so that's how we're gonna fix the no lead capture part, is through lead magnets and like adding webhooks, and just making like just put it in their face more. Like they barely even know, like if you go on his website, like you would barely even know that he asked for your email. He said it's supposed to happen one time per day, but I don't think I've ever like seen the pop up, like, to be honest. And then second thing is incomplete funnel. I already kind of talked about with the IG funnel. And what I mean by incomplete funnel is, since he's selling a bunch of different things, but they don't tie into each other, right? So by adding like the cross sells and having the emails working, adding like an IG funnel, that's just going to complete the funnel. And it's gonna make it so everything like ties into each other. Everything's like a cohesive machine, instead of like it being like imagine like a computer. Like, imagine if the mouse could control itself and the screen could control itself, and like the computer, like the actual like computer itself can control itself. It's like nothing like will work. Like, it'll all work independently, but if they work together, it would be a lot better. You see what I mean? And then yeah, he's not tracking any of his data, because he basically just sells through Shopify, and he doesn't give call to actions or anything like that. So like all the data he has comes just from Shopify, whatever they give him. He doesn't like know how many people are like it. Since he has an incomplete funnel, he knows everything, but because the funnel is incomplete, he knows nothing. Like, he doesn't know like the actual big picture, but he knows what's happening like on the website, essentially. So that's where we're gonna add like a CRM, so we can see what's happening across all the channels. You see like where people are getting stuck, stuff like that. Like where people are getting stuck in the funnel, to see if there's like, oh, if there's like, they look at like they're interested in the product, and they click on the product, and then it's like they go to the cart, and then like they don't buy from the cart, stuff like that. That's what the CRM is going to help us do. It's going to like help us figure out where to prioritize what we're doing. Then, oh yeah, like another thing is the copy on his pages. Since he's like selling like physical products, he's like selling the product instead of selling like the outcome of the product, stuff like that. Just like he's selling the products wrong. That sounds kind of weird, but he's selling the products like slightly wrong through like the copy. So that's also another thing I'm gonna go through and fix for him. But that's kind of like a very like minority, because like a lot of people probably aren't like even reading it that much. They probably read like the first like paragraph, and then from there it's kind of just like they either buy or don't buy. They make like a purchasing decision. That's kind of like the last step of this, and then the last step I have like actually written down, because that kind of just like popped in my head, is no automated workflows. Right? He sends out everything manually. He does everything manually. Like for his products, he's simply like it. If you check his Instagram story, like I'm not linking like the niche or anything, because like this niche is like so free. So like it's kind of just like a blue ocean for me, and like I got the biggest guy in the space already, so it's kind of just like free for me to work with anyone. But what was I talking about? He does everything like manually, right? Like he sends out the emails manually. He's still the guy who's like, well, his wife packs the orders for him that they get, and they get like hundreds of orders every week and stuff like that. So it's just like, it's a lot. So that's why I come to build automated workflows and stuff like that. So, and then also building out like a fulfillment team for the people who actually package orders. And yeah, like the automated workflows part is pretty simple. Like you're gonna be automatically sending out emails, stuff like that. Only thing I would like after we get the workflows in place is really just gonna be email campaigns, stuff like that. And yeah, that's basically pretty much everything that I have. And yeah, right now we're in the first phase of warming up the emails and warming up the emails. And yeah, I'll basically just keep you guys updated. But that's basically how I plan on taking him from 30 to 40K to 100K per month. And to be honest, just from like to be like when we send out the first email campaign, like after we run like a, because the first email campaign that's going to be on a new email list is going to be like a re-engagement essentially. And from there, like after we like that's probably going to be like an 80K month just from the re-engagement. That's like at least what I'm thinking, because they're also going to be running like special offers, stuff like that. So it's really just going to print money, and like from his natural normal traffic, right? So that's like that first month that we run the email campaign, I'm expecting at least like an 80K month. But yeah, that's basically everything. I'll keep you guys updated. And if you want, like, you can go to the description, follow me on IG, follow me on Twitter, DM me if you like have any questions, stuff like that. If you're a creator who wants to work with me, the doc's down below. But like, you know, but yeah, I kind of just got on here like air out my thoughts, especially because I'm kind of just waiting on him to like send me something back over so I can like start working on it. So I kind of just made this video just like to put something out and like, yo, like shout out to you content creators, but this is like a lot of work. Like, but yeah, that's basically everything. I hope you guys got like some value from this video. Like it gave you like some like epiphany or idea. And yeah, just keep being awesome, bro. Jesus loves you, man. So yeah, that's basically everything. And I hope you guys have a great day. Oh man, my hair looks terrible.